see. Ooh, I'm happy I didn't do that. Oh, I would have been so sad. Hey, y'all. Mm-mm. Hey, y'all. Ooh, give me a second, because I am not about to hit my toe on none of this stuff, because I ain't taking none of it out of here. So I need to get some stuff together. Because my feet, I'll be real, real sad right now. What y'all doing? Hey. Hi. What y'all doing? Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all eating. So, cleaning the kitchen. I need to do that right now. Getting in the bed. You got work in the morning. Well, good night, pumpkin. Gonna go to sleep. Don't stay up. Just put the kids to sleep. Yep. Hi. Cooking shrimp and 2 lobster tails. Save me some. I like extra garlic butter. And hopefully you made some butter garlic cheese biscuits. With a little salad on the side. Mm-hmm. Okay, pumpkin. All right. Don't stay up too late. Home after a 12-hour shift. Dang. Hi, everybody. Okay, so look, y'all. I told y'all last night I was doing a little reading. I was actually up till 2 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning reading. Oh, okay, you in a rest stop. You watching Graham. Oh, it's addicting, ain't it? Eating cheese popcorn sounds good. Hey, you just turned off your very white girl. I was in there grooving myself. I already know where you at. Because as soon as I go back in the room, honey, I've been all in the early 90s. Baby, Jodeci, all that. If you let me. Oh, yeah, I've been getting it. All the Keith Wine and Sweat and all of that. My dad used to say, I do not like, he'll listen. He said, but oh, Wine and Keith. Oh, Wine and Keith. Okay. Got a question. Y'all see that video I just posted? Anybody see it? Oh, hey, my grandpa Fave. Am I your grandpa Fave? Tell grandpa I say, hey, grandpa. Hey. Now that be making me happy when the... Oh, he your grandpa Fave. Got it. Oh, okay. He your grandpa Fave. You said no. I thought... I need y'all to go watch it real quick. And I ain't trying to get no views. It's the last video I posted. Just click off if y'all have to get off the live real quick. It's on there. On TikTok. They didn't let me post it. Don't tell me they playing now. Oh. Oh, they didn't let me post. Oh. You don't see it because they didn't post it. That's crazy. Oh, I don't see it either. Oh. And I know why. That's crazy. Because it was a man. Wow. It was a man in It was a man. I know. I just look right here. They didn't put it on. That's crazy. It was a man in Jacksonville. He was in Walmart, him and his wife. How about they walked the whole meat aisle and there was not one piece of meat nowhere? Not a piece of bacon, not a piece of pork, not breakfast, grilling. There was no meat, only boxes. Tone posted it. Okay. Talking about the whole, y'all know the Walmart line. It started at the fish. And I ain't been to Walmart if ever really. And go all, he was in Mississippi. I think. I'm talking about it wasn't what. No. The power was on. There was no meat. It was just pickles. From where y'all know where the bread is. Everybody know Walmart set up the bread. And then it start the cold stuff. And that whole line all the way down till you get to the dairy. Baby. From the seafood all the way down. It was absolutely nothing. But pickles. Clausen. Because I love them. And y'all know the Clausens be right there with the hot dogs and all of that. It was a number of pickles. It didn't post. They didn't post it. It's North Carolina. Okay, I'm sorry. North Carolina. But circa is fear-mongering when I say, y'all, it ain't going to be no... I kept telling y'all 4 months ago, it ain't going to be no meat. It ain't going to be no milk. It ain't going to be no cheese. It ain't going... all the fresh stuff is going to be gone. I've been telling y'all that for 5 months. And videos every single day are posting in all these different states, baby, in exactly what God commissioned me to start telling y'all back in February is now a reality. You hear me? Everybody kept calling me crazy. Somebody just called me a fearmonger yesterday, baby. And today, talking about God gonna provide. So let me ask you a question. Where you gonna go get some meat from and if it ain't none in the store? And it ain't none in the store. I just got called a fearmonger yesterday. And today people saying, oh, God gonna provide. Yes, he will. But he also gave a warning that it was about to be famine. Y'all came on here telling me that the World Health Organization dude said in September the food shortage. Honey, turn vegan. Are you crazy? Because it's about to be the vegetables. See, when people think that the same options that they always had is always going to be there, they say crazy stuff. Because if you ain't paid attention, it's a nuclear war about to happen. So y'all vegetation ain't going to be there either. Because you ain't going to be able to eat nothing that's out of the ground. Because it's going to be racked with radiation. So with that, whether you a vegan, eat meat, whatever your deal is, you better be preparing and getting some dried food. Weirdo. See how much of them herbs you're going to be able to eat outside and it got radiation in it. Let's see how long you're going to be there. People is crazy. Oh, yeah. I'm vegan, so they're killing the eggs. Doesn't bother me. They're killing the... Y'all don't know when they put that salmonella out and it go through all the vegetables. Y'all don't know about that. All of a sudden, everything is tainted with salmonella or whatever it is, some type of whatever, and you can't eat it. You don't think that's coming next. Y'all crazy. Anyway, don't trust your government. I'm just trying to tell y'all. And yes, it is Jesus juice time. Aren't you going to die from the radiation as well? Not if you prepared, you not. The nuclear attacks, not if you prepared, you not. Not, not if you prepared, you not. Not if you prepared, you not. Not if you're prepared. You will not perish. Not if you prepared. This blocks the nuclear stuff from getting to your thyroids. This right here. This. And, oh, I took it in, oh. This for the babies that can't take pills. What type of work do I do? It don't matter about nothing that I'm doing right now. This is the work I do right here. Y'all be wanting to know about stuff that don't matter. That ain't none of y'all business what I do outside of here. This is what you need to be worried about, what I'm doing right here, right now. Moving on. Get these for the babies. If you want to see all of this stuff, I did a video earlier. I'm not about to pull all this stuff out. I did a whole video today. It's 2 hours on YouTube, Circuit Trover. It was published earlier today. It got every single thing. I already got a thing for that. I'm not going to have to put up nothing no more, nothing. If you want to know what you should get, the first stuff that I feel like you should have, it is now a whole video, 2 hours and 5 minutes on YouTube. You can go watch it, save it, and go through it slow. Make a list. It's a virtual list, a visual list of what you need. Thing by thing, what I feel. Now, yeah. Well, you don't got to get this exact one. Just get one. It don't matter, y'all. Listen. Just get something. You don't have to have the same thing as me. You just need to have a gas mask for everybody in your family. Everybody in your household. And if you love your dog, I guess find one for the dogs. I don't really know about that. But if you love your animal, you need to be trying to find whatever you need to keep your animal alive right now. Because the stores don't have nothing. I kept trying to tell y'all 5 months, 6 months ago now. It's 6 months because we in August. So it's been 6 months. And it's almost September. We working on it. So 5 months ago, 5 is grace. 5 months ago, God started telling me to tell these people, get your stuff together. And everybody said I was crazy. Everybody said I was overreacting. But literally, if you go back and watch all of our videos, and I ain't even talking about on here, you can just go back from April when we started YouTube. Every single thing that we have talked about, and every single thing that God had me tell people was coming before September, it has happened. Every single thing. I would appreciate it if. So, y'all don't have to believe me. I don't really care. I'm not really worried about it. Because I believe the word of God. I believe what God said. And because I did, He told me what was coming. And I believed him. And I started prepping for COVID. We was good. Told y'all the food shortage was coming. Told y'all the milk shortage was coming. Told y'all wasn't going to be no butter. Wasn't going to be no cheese. I kept saying, go get canned meat. Please go stand in the lines and get it. And one of our young ladies here, I think Miss Patsy, said when she first started going back in, I guess, April or May or whenever she came, when I started saying y'all, or maybe she was already going, I don't know, but she used to go to the food bank just 3 months ago or 2 months ago, it took 30 minutes. Now, she said when she went this last weekend, it was 10 blocks long, the line. 10 blocks long. 10 blocks. So what used to be get there and in 30 minutes you done drove through, got your stuff and left. People, it was 10 blocks long. What you think it's about to be when they go in the grocery stores? Didn't I tell y'all? She was in Texas. She lives in Texas. Today, all Smith's freezers are shut down in Vegas. So all across the country, just all the freezers quit working. All the freezers text everybody and said, we going on strike. That's what happened. All of the freezers text their friends and said, F it. We is tired of feeding the people, and we just gonna let the meat spoil because they don't run nothing. Every state, all of them, they all text their friends and said it is at one time. Everybody. Sure did. We didn't even know the freezers was about to boycott us. They could have told us something. We would have talked to them. Who been here with me for 5 months? Who been here with me for 5 months? Just tell me who. I'm just gonna do it again. Look. Let's do this. That. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Hold on, y'all. Look. That's not it. Good morning, y'all. I want to show y'all some staples. I think that with the way that the world is going right now, this is February, that you should probably have in your kitchen. Let's see. Okay, so one of the things you should definitely always keep, baking powder, right? You keep this so that you need to make some bread, things like that. You know, you can do that. Grits is another thing that you can keep. This can be ground down and made into a type of corn flour or, you know, cornmeal. This is xanthan gum. And if you have different allergies or different things like that, this can be used for baking, stuff like that. So it's really good, right? These are some of the things that you'll need if you're going to be dehydrating food. Citric acid is normally used for like vegetables, fruit, things like that. Definitely some Tender Quick. This is curing salt. I'm not talking about that right now, y'all. Cure your own meat, or if you have to. If you want to know, and you got the Old Testament apocrypha, you can read about it. It's going to be good because flour, sugar, butter, all those things, they leave very quickly. So definitely get some different flours and stuff in your cabinet just in case the stores don't have it. I have canning salt and pickling salt as well, kosher salt, baking soda, and yeast. One of the first things that everybody said was gone was yeast or bread. So how you gonna make bread? You don't got no yeast. So I keep that. That's one of the things that I keep. If there's no milk and if there is no butter and you have to make food that calls for both, they have this dried buttermilk and you just add it to whatever recipe you're making. So then if there's no butter and there's no... So tell me I ain't been trying to prep y'all for all of this since February. Because God told me and I believe him. And I said, if there's no milk, if there's no meat, if there's no this, if there's no that. So all of these Christians talking about God is going to provide and they don't got to worry about it. Didn't I just say this morning that they going to be the people in the line waiting? Because it ain't going to be nothing. And they don't have nothing. So all the people that's been got on here that ain't they I don't gotta. What you think is about to happen when they walk in them stores? Y'all kids just went back to school. And guess what? What good is food stamps if it ain't no food to buy? They didn't gave out food stamps, but it ain't no food to buy. So what good is the food stamps? Because there's no food to buy. God's word is being fulfilled. And to those that have ears to hear and eyes to see so that they can understand, you will prepare for your family. If you want to be the people that's out in the streets, there go Miss Patsy. Miss Patsy, ain't you the one that told me you went to the place and it was a 10 block what you call it, 10 blocks long? Was it you, Miss Patsy? Thank you, Mr. Cameo. I hope you are. If you got kids, okay, there go Miss Patsy right there. She the one that just told us like last week that when she first started going to the food bank to get food, it only took 30 minutes. And the last time she went, it was 10 blocks long. The line. 10 blocks. She right there. We ain't never met her in person. Never. And now it ain't no food in the stores. Somebody came on here last week and was like, there's also been a gas shortage. What did I tell you? I said, don't worry about me not having no car because everybody about to be walking in a minute. Who remembers Circa saying that? And then the gas prices went up and now it's a shortage. Y'all remember? And this was in March. Y'all said, I don't know why I got to your page because he wants you to live. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Hey, I'm still. We gonna be looking outside at the folks that said they didn't have to prepare. Like, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Hey, I'm still alive. Hey, I'm still alive. I mean, because you know what they about to do? Y'all already know it's coming. This about to be our theme for a minute. They gonna be paying with the hand, paying with the hand. Oh, paying with the head, paying with the heads, paying with the head, paying with the heads, paying with the heads, paying with the head. Because they didn't prepare. They didn't prepare. So they're gonna be paying with their hands, paying with their hands. Excuse me, paying with your palm, 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 paying with your palm. I should not laugh. I should not laugh. I should not. But it amazes me how many Christians don't believe this book right here. They don't believe it, but I do. Even the authorized King James Version says, I'm going to go, since y'all said y'all don't read the books that we read, I'm going to go to y'all Bible. And yes, I used to use this one too. Y'all can tell when I use something because it don't got the case on this either. So for those of you that don't read the Bible, but I used to. And guess what else looks just like this? My OTPs. So whenever you be talking about what, this how my books look, how yours look. The ones I really study, this how they look. The ones I really get into, this is how they look at the end of that. It don't be no case on them. I just seen something that I have never seen before. And it's in the Bible. Look how music is spelled. Is like how magic used to be spelled. Y'all ever seen music spelled like that? Music. There's a there's a God named there's a God named Moo. And it's spelled like that. Moo sick. They say music can heal you. Or it's spelled like magic almost. With that C. Because real magic be spelled like that sometimes. And it got y'all CK on it for Calvin Klein. Look it. Oh. Maybe that's where they get that CK from. And this is a new, but this is it's the authorized King James for you. Don't go out of the 66. Show is. Show is. Look at that. Music and magic got that same CK on the end of it. And we know from studying that it's a guy named Moo. But that ain't what I wanted to talk to y'all about. So who remembers I was up. Y'all want to see what I was doing last evening? This is what I was doing last evening. Reading this old book. Started here. Right? And this is why I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I was studying. And I had a few other books with me. Right? Because I did that. And in between that, I had this open. Reading this. Okay? And then I was taking notes, y'all. Y'all about to see, boy. When I start studying, it is serious. I be like, wait a minute. So, show y'all what I was on last night. So, I was reading, I believe this is Genesis 10, right? Because reading the book of Og. No, I'm not writing no book. How much time do I dedicate to studying a day? Well, before I started doing TikTok, it was like at least 10 to 12 hours. Sometimes 18. But since I've been doing TikTok, I don't get to study half the time. Not even a quarter of the time that I used to study. But look. So I was reading Genesis 10, right? I think I believe it's Genesis 10. Okay, so can y'all go to Genesis 10, please? And then go down to Genesis 10 and 8. Y'all go to Genesis 10 and 8, please. Real quick. I'm going to show y'all something and see if y'all is mind blown as I am. Okay? Can y'all do that for me? Genesis 10 and 8, y'all, real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to let y'all. Okay. Go to Genesis 10 and 8. And then I'm going to show y'all something else when I come back real quick. So Genesis 10 and 8. Give me a second. Get your pen and paper ready. Because I'm not going to keep answering the questions. Because I want y'all to get this. It is a lot. And I was mind blown last night. So get your pen and paper ready if you plan on being up for a minute. And I know this is a late class. But sometimes things happen. Shoot. right, y'all. I want to make sure that I brought my coffee in here just because I know I'm going to need it. And that's, hold on. Okay. Where is my coffee? Y'all be putting stuff places because I be moving too fast. Okay. On the shelf. All right. Okay. Hey, y'all. I love you too, Mr. Keith. Wine and Keith. Mr. Keith, that's about to be your name. We just talked about Keith Sweat. It's perfect. Your name is about to be Wine and Keith. I'm getting everybody nicknames. Everybody get a nickname. You get a nickname. You get a nickname. I like it, Mr. Keith. Good job. We got Wine and Keith, y'all. So we got Tom. We had to get rid of Uncle Ocean. I don't know what be going on with him. It might be his PTSD. I don't know, but he be tripping. And I can't do it. He makes me angry. Okay. Hey, y'all. So, Genesis. Okay, y'all ready? Hi. Genesis 10. Okay. Genesis 10, y'all. Let me see if I got a whole bunch of windows open. Yes. Yes, I always do. Always. It's never just not any. Okay. Okay. So, it says, Cush also had a son named Nimrod. It paused for a minute. Make it last forever. I ain't gonna do it. Is the kids up or is they sleep? No, just leave it, Circa. Okay. I said something to my daughters. They said, you gonna punish me, Mom? No. I said, oh, y'all got kids, so I can talk to y'all like that. It's okay. I can talk to y'all just like that. You already know what I'm talking about, girl. Don't front. You already know what it is. They was like, Mom! I ain't never been like that with them, but they grown now. Shoot. She said something. And I grabbed the water bottle and said, no, it need to have some weight to it. She was like, oh, really? Bobo was on it. I said, no, it better have some weight to it. better have a little weight. It better be able to plop down just a little. Don't be floating around like no fairy around me. Woo! No, I'm just playing. Stop it, Circa. So, back to the Bible. Just talking about tree limbs and stuff. Y'all ever see the tree limb fall to the ground and be like, boo! And then all the dust go out to the sides? Mm-hmm. You ain't falling and causing dust. Just stay up on the tree. You ain't causing no dust, baby. Just don't even fall off the tree. Just stay over there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure the children was asleep. So anyway, like a little girl thing. So, Nimrod. Let me stop. Y'all know I be trying to listen. Okay, I might not ever get to see nobody again. So I listen. Oh, okay. So write down. Come on, y'all, pay attention. Pay attention. Come on back. Y'all ready? Okay. So please write down the name Cush, Write down, not with a K, with a C. No. Write down the name Kush, and then write down Nimrod. Mm-hmm. It is. That's how it was originally spelled, probably. Mm-hmm. The Kushites. Mm-hmm. So, write down Nimrod and write down Kush. So, I want to tell you about something. Hyphenate Nimrod, since you already know. So, with that, I need you to hyphenate Nimrod and write down Gilgamesh. It's okay. Y'all got it? It keeps freezing. I'm going to go out and come back in. Here we go. Every time I get to talking about the government, they want to mess up my stuff. Sick of it. Every time. It never fails. Gilgamesh. Yes, Gilgamesh and Nimrod are the same person. Y'all gonna have to give me 1 minute because they gotta come back in. It's gonna take a minute. I already know this. They playing. You see how they be doing me? Every time I get on here and I get to telling y'all what's really gonna go on. If y'all notice, whenever I said there wasn't gonna be no vittles, when I said about things that were gonna happen shortly, those are my lives that they mess up. Not this weekend, but it's weird. I don't know. Hey, y'all. Okay, so if you just coming in, well, I got off, but y'all know why they do. It's real suspicious. It is. Y'all know that every time I start telling y'all about what's going to happen, that happens. Every single time. Now, we can get on here and talk about BS all day. It'll be nothing. But anytime we talk about real stuff, then we get this. I know I had to restart it. Right. But okay. They are. Oh, no, bro, you just took the words out my... Girl. I was literally about to say that. That's spooky, girl. Y'all getting to know me a little bit too well. Y'all know what I was saying before I Okay. Hey. Yes. Girl, listen. But listen. Okay, so listen, family. You just saw the video on Walmart? They do tap in. They do. But they've been watching me my whole life. Y'all think I'm joking. They've been watching me my whole life. It's not a game. My friends will tell you. If y'all ever get a chance to talk to my friends, they will tell you about some crazy things that have happened to me. Especially when I was 27, honey. Something so crazy happened. I was like, yeah, this is some old weird stuff. My brothers and them used to be like, it's like you live in a movie. Your life is a movie. Please. There's no meat in a lot of the Walmarts. There's no meat in most of the grocery stores. And if it is, it's real, real high. Oh, they finally let it post. Ain't no food. We're not about to keep talking about it. We on something else because I don't want them messing up my life. Y'all just gonna have to go. Yeah, they've been watching me since I was a kid. I told y'all I went to gifted schools and everything. Like that whole X-Men thing, that's the real thing. Y'all think that's a joke. But when they have you, I told y'all they used to put me in rooms and make me test by myself. They would check my hands, check my feet, like check, make sure I didn't have nothing in my pockets. And because I ain't been to school in 3 months and I come in there and be in school for 1 week and ace, get all A's, pass all my tests and leave. I don't need to do the homework. I know it already. I just need y'all to let me pass these tests so I can get back out of these streets so my mama don't be hunting me down trying to kill me. That's what I need. Oh, yes, Dr. CC, it's a real thing. I told y'all I was reading at a sophomore college level in like the 4th or 5th grade. Like cognitively, like it wasn't just reading. Like it wasn't I just could pronounce the words. I understood what I was reading. It was a real thing. I've been reading a long time. I told y'all I love reading. So they watch The Gifted. How do you think a lot of people, unless you got money to pay to get in Harvard, most times like they look for the gifts, like the little girl fire starter. That stuff be real. Y'all think it just be movies? No, they know when you score high on your test and the folks, that's how, yeah. It's a real thing. But I didn't want no parts of it. Like I went to an art and science school, high school, and all of that stuff. For gifted kids, everything. I didn't want to do it. My mom said, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't want to do it. That ain't how I want to do it. No. Yep. Girl, yes, Unique. My whole life. And I just got tired of it. My mom was like, I don't understand you. I said, I know that's the problem. And that's why I'm quitting school. I got to go. Some other things I need to be doing out here. So I'm blowing this pop stand. Yeah. And then my daughter told me, she said, Mom, intelligence is not measured by test taking. She said that is memory. Intelligence is not gauged by test taking. She said your level of intelligence don't have nothing to do with how you score on tests. I said, you ain't lying about that, little baby. And mind you, I was 40 when she said this, at 38. I said, baby, you just made your mama feel so good. Ain't that crazy? Yeah. Because we over here is autodidactic polymaths, honey. We study so many subjects over here. We whole scholars. What you mean? Right? We whole scholars over here. So, all right. So let's get to it. Yeah, I know they do. But that's how they keep the super smart kids down and pass the ones they want up. Same thing in the church. It'd be non-gifted people working in the pulpit and the people that really got the prophecy gifts and really can see spirits and identify problems. Oh, no, they push them to the side. So it goes all the way through. Yep. Because I done been kicked out and called a witch, but everything that lady prophesied didn't, none of it happened. And I told y'all what was going to happen and all of it happened, but I got kicked out. Dang. So I was exposing y'all. That's why I couldn't say. That's all you had to say then. I was exposing y'all. That's why y'all didn't want me there. Just say that. Yeah. Come on. Real life. I am your sense of calm. Oh, that make me excited. I pray to be that. Because you could either be somebody's chaos or they calm. So that actually makes me feel really, really good. You don't even know how much that means to me. I'm grateful for you saying that. That means a lot to me. A lot. Hey, y'all. And ego. Yep, that's why they threw me out. I was a kid too, girl. I was getting thrown out early. The devil is in here. No. Hey, babies. Hey. Oh, that's my niece. Hi, Pumpkin. Did you get your books yet? Because Amazon playing. They've been telling me stuff is going to be delivered. You ain't on restriction. How you on restriction? Did I put you on baby, don't say that. Did I put you on restriction? Hey, let me tell you something. Y'all be saying y'all on restriction and stuff. No, that's his daughter. Oh, I don't know. Is that Tone or the baby? Because I was about to say I don't remember. Oh, you did? You just got the when the Giants came to Earth. Girl, where is my thing? You already know I've been itching to hold it all day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna get this song. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Okay. Or look, like I'm stirring the tea. Nah, don't. This ain't no amulet. It is a watch, and we do that because everybody come in here talk about they late, and it makes me think about the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I ain't trying to put no. She be put. No, it's a watch. It's an inside joke with our family. We know what this means. So if you're new here, don't go spread no rumors. You definitely singing it in your head. I know y'all. Everybody hear that now? When y'all see petty. I already know how I go. Okay, so look. I do want to get through this though, y'all, because it's real powerful. So come on. Come on. Okay, so look. Genesis says, Genesis 10 and 8 says, Cush also had a son named Nimrod, who became a very powerful man on earth. We in the Bible, y'all. We in Genesis 10. We not in no other books right now. We just in Genesis 10. Y'all got it? ERV. Do we need to get the new people time to come in? Okay. First of all, okay. Naba Kanaya, please don't tell me what to do. And I just canceled my Zooms yesterday. That's a sore spot for me. So I know you might be new here, but if you ain't been here long, please don't tell me what to do. Okay? Because I just canceled my Bible studies. I'm actually not doing those anymore. We're going to be on YouTube here, and I'm going to do a thing. So we're just going to leave that alone because I want to stay in a good mood. Just leave it alone. Please stay on focus. I'm trying to teach right now, and folks is talking about stuff that I'm not talking about, and that's when I get irritated. I'm definitely not going to want to study if I'm doing this, and you ain't even paying attention to what I'm saying right now, and that's why I'm not doing Zooms no more. Okay, I get it, but I'm trying to teach, and y'all keep asking questions and saying other stuff. That's rude. That don't make me want to study with people. If you're not paying attention on this, why would you pay attention in person? I just did that. Stop. Just leave it. Okay. All right. Well, you don't know, so just pay attention first before folks. You new, so I'm gonna tell you the rules. People don't tell me what to do. That is the number one way to get you blocked and kicked out of all of my social media, is telling me what I need to be doing. Okay, you don't know, but now you do. It irritates my soul when people tell me what to do. I get it, but I already see. That's what I'm saying. Just hold up, because we just stopped doing Zoom yesterday. I did probably over 150 Zooms, maybe more than that, in less than 4 months. I don't want to talk about it. That's a sore spot for me right now, because it's gonna make me angry, and my core is gonna start to heat up, and I don't want that right now. Okay. All right, here we go. You didn't miss them, because you can go watch every last one of them on YouTube. We recording on YouTube as we speak right now. So we have 170 videos plus on there. You can go back and watch everything we did. The cuss out didn't make it. Neither one of them did. If y'all done got cussed out 2 good times, and if nobody paid attention, neither one of those made it to YouTube. Had to be here for the. That's the thing you had to be here for. Those videos are gone. You got to be here for that. I will not embarrass myself like that. Y'all gotta know now. Come on. I told y'all I'm not from y'all era. We did stuff and we did not want nobody to know. Y'all put all y'all stupid stuff on TV for everybody to see. No, ma'am. I'm not from that generation. I'm from the one before that. We moved in silence for real. Y'all get online and say y'all moving in silence. Well, we see you at Walmart and on your way to your sugar daddy and sugar mama household house. And I just seen all the roads you was on. So it's real loud over there. Real loud from what I could see. real loud. Y'all be cracking me up. Ooh. Yeah, she get cussed out and I just move right back on. So let's go. See? What? I told you. We just gonna do this real quick. Yeah, Genesis 10 verse 8. I told you. And if you a regular Christian, you might not want to, I don't know. I told you, the new hoes is different. Women that dealt with men, they had money back in the day, they didn't talk about it. They didn't, and then y'all be having to fight y'all homegirls because they be trying to mess with him and be getting cash. You talking too much. I had babies by people and didn't know about they was like, girl, who is the daddy? Why do you need to know? He know and I don't. Y'all don't nobody need to know who I'm pregnant by. That ain't none of y'all business. You always pop up pregnant and you always in my business. But we never see the dad. You don't never need to. Y'all wasn't there when we made the kids, so what? He around? You don't need to know where he at. You don't need to know what he do. You don't need to know where he work. Because then all of a sudden, you going to be in the era. Girl, I just so happened to see it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I don't do them kind of folks. I just so happened to see him. Now, you heard me telling you where he hang out at. And you went in there. Because you ain't never told me you've been in there before. And all of a sudden, somebody invited you over there. Nah, messy. Anyway, girl, listen, y'all folks be thinking I can't see him. Amen. So, back to Cush. Okay. So, Cush also had a son named Nimrod. Right? Okay? And the Bible says he became a very powerful man on earth. He was a great hunter before the Lord. Okay? It says that is why people compare other men to him and say that man is like Nimrod, a great hunter before the Lord. Be right back. I want to show y'all something. Who loves me? I gotta go get these boots. All right, family. Remember when I went and got these? Well, y'all don't remember when I got all of them because some of them I had way before I met y'all. But some of them are recent, or some of them y'all got them for me. Here we go. So if you read chapter 10, verse 10, right? Okay? I'm going to turn this back real quick. So, chapter 10, verse 10 says, Nimrod's kingdom spread from Babylon to Erech or Iraq, okay, to Akkad, and then to Calneh in the land of Babylonia. Okay. All right. And then in 11, it says, Nimrod also went into Assyria. In Assyria, Nimrod built the cities of Nineveh, Rehoboth, Kala, and Rezin. And it says Rezin is between Nineveh and Kala, the big city. A captivating guide to Eridu, Uruk, Akkad, Asher, Lagash, Babylon, Nimrod, and Nineveh. So we know that Gilgamesh and Nimrod are the same person. We know that. We know that for a fact. So when we see this guy right here, these are the cities he built. And it tells us right here in Genesis, okay? What's the cry for help? What's going on? Do you want to get blocked on the first day? I'm telling you just to listen. Don't keep talking. Because I don't care about blocking people on the first day. I need you to not do that because it drives me crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Just listen. Just listen. You can go back and watch this on YouTube. If you don't understand, you have to listen. Do you have your Bible out? Are you open to Genesis? Because you're not going to understand if you're not looking at it for yourself. And I don't spoon feed people. So, do you have your Bible? Do you have Genesis 10 open? Are you following with us? Are you on chapter 10, verse 10? Because you're not going to keep asking me questions and saying stuff, and then you don't even have the material open. I give self-explanatory stuff. I promise you it's not hard to learn because I teach on the most basic level. Already too much. First day. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. So, Nimrod also went to Assyria. In Assyria, Nimrod built the cities of Nineveh. You're not about to keep interrupting my class. And that's why I said I don't be wanting to study with people. Because if you do this in here, what you think you're going to do in my face? No. I guess I think because I'm on TikTok that I want people to like me that bad that I'm going to deal with you when you get on my nerves. I'm not. And you interrupting my class? Stop. All right. So, here we go. Nimrod's kingdom spread from Babylon to Erech or Iraq to Akkad and then to Calneh in the land of Babylonia. Nimrod also went into Assyria. In Assyria, Nimrod built the cities of Nineveh, Rehoboth, Kala, Rosen, or whatever, right? Bet. Okay? Then if you go down to the 15, go down to 15, 10 and 15, and it says Canaan was the father of Sidon. Really? Sidon and Sargon, a lot of times when we get to looking at them. Now, how is it that Nimrod and Sargon had the same? Or was this just the race of people? And they depict it so you know where to go look. Right? Okay, so look at this. Canaan was the father of Sidon. Sidon was Canaan's first son. Canaan was also, who are the Canaanites and who are their daughters? And what did the Canaanite daughters do? Tell me. What did the Canaanite daughters do? Who remembers? Married the giants. And what? No. They didn't marry the giants. They made it with the fallen angels. Yes, they are the Hittites. Remember? Give me a minute. You stay right there. Where's my book? I think it's in the room. Nope. So remember this book? Our Smithsonian's Battles Map. And remember on the first page of our Smithsonian Battles Map, you see who? Look. Who? Hittites. The Egyptian New Kingdom and the Hittite Empire have been vying for the control of the Eastern Mediterranean for the past 2 centuries. In 1274 BC, Ramses II set out to assert Egyptian dominance over the region. The Hittites lay in ambush. The Hittites, chariots. Okay. Are we getting this? So even in the Smithsonian Battle Map, the first battle that they talk about, remember I told y'all war didn't happen until after the angels came down and taught the men how to make the shields and the breastplates and swords and all of that kind of stuff? Then the wars happened. Well, guess what? It was the wars of their children, the giants. Now let's go back to Genesis. Okay. Breathe, circle, because this is a lot, I'm telling you. So look at this, right? Let's go back to Genesis right here. Let's go back to where? Hold on now. I done lost my pen. You just give me a second now. What do I do with it? Oh no, I don't want to break that. Hold on, y'all. Did I take it in the room with me? I set it down. No, that's my pencil. I'm talking about my pen to my computer. Oh, here it go. My digital pen. So, okay. So look, y'all. All right. So it says Canaan was the father of Sidon. Sidon was Canaan's first son. Canaan was also the father of the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Semarites, and the Hamathites. Okay? The families of Canaan spread to different parts of the world, and the land where the Canaanites lived went from Sidon along the coast of Gerar and from Gaza as far up as east as Sodom and Gomorrah, and from Admah and Zeboim as north as Laish, or whatever that little Lashish, or however you say that, okay? So, remember when I first started doing these videos, and I showed y'all that paper when I studied back in like 2015, 2016, and I started seeing that all of the people that they don't get it, do they? Okay. So there's that. I guess folks don't understand how to come into a place and sit and listen before you just start asking a whole bunch of stupid ass questions. What exactly are you teaching? Maybe if you shut your mouth and listen, you can understand. If you go to what I told you to get to, you'll it's simple. It's right here. So y'all don't make me look stupid. Y'all look dumb when you do that. Because you come in trying to regulate something or act like you doing something. And if you would have just took 5 minutes to listen, you would know where to go and you wouldn't be looking so silly. You don't make me feel crazy at all because you don't know how to listen. That's what the Bible said. Y'all got ears, but y'all don't use them. You got eyes, but you don't pay attention. So I don't know why y'all. I believe God's word, so I don't be bothered by that. I'm just going to move on. There's people here that actually want to learn with that. Here we go. So remember when I was telling y'all, yeah, I'm not about to be irritated. I told y'all I'm not going to be on here and be irritated or this go away. So I just need to do it. I told y'all I hang up on my family if they start getting on my nerves. So I'm just about to start doing that here. I'm just going to start doing it here. And I don't care. I don't. I'm not about to be irritated. I'm here to help everybody. Y'all don't want it, go away. Don't type swipe. Okay? So with that, remember when I was telling y'all that all of these people were, they were giants. All of the people that Israel had to go against were giants, right? Because we know Canaan, the giants came out of the Canaanites women. And if you go look up all of these cities and these different races of people, it's monolithic structures everywhere that they lived. Stuff that they still can't build or move the blocks right now. So that proves to me that supernatural beings live there. Because all of these places where the Girgashites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Hivites, the Arkacites, the Sinites, and all of them people live. And then Eric, which is Iraq right now, Akkad and all of that, Babylonia, Syria, this is all of that right there that's going on right now. And I told y'all the reason that they are fighting over that area is because the giant bones are there. I told y'all if you study the Bible, you look, every time that God told the Israelites to move certain bones, he told them to take with them. The prophet's bones is blessed even after death. Okay? So a lot of the areas that they're fighting, they say it's over oil. They don't give a damn about that oil. They want the magic relics. They want those giant bones. Because they know. Yeah. It's real. Right here. Now, this is Genesis. Now, I want y'all to go down all the way to 26. So 10 and 26. And it says, Joktan was the father of Almodad, Shelev, whoever, somebody. And then it says, and Jobab, which is really crazy because I'm like, if Job was a giant. Because I know Jobab's name was Jobab. And they changed it to Job. So here is something right here. Now I'm going to look. But it said that Jobab was a king. If you're reading the Testament of Job and not Job in the KJV, it said that he was a king. He had a whole kingdom. Okay? No, I'm not from the Anunnaki. You might have been from the Anunnaki. And so you probably believe that they made a race of people to worship them. Okay, we're going to get there. Just stay around. Okay, we actually talking about that today. That's good that you're here. God did that for you. Joktan. Okay, and it says all these people were Joktan's sons. Remember Joktan. So write down Joktan. Okay? Write it down. Because I'm about to show y'all something. Now look, real quick. No, because that's why I couldn't find it. So look. It says Nimrod built Nineveh. The reports of the magicians and astrologers of Nineveh. Right? The reports of the magicians and astrologers in Nineveh. The prisms and of Esardon and Ashurbanipal. Okay? These are cuneiform tablets that they have interpreted it, right? Look. The devils of Babylonia, being Babylonian and Assyrian incantations against the demons, vampires, hobgoblins, and all spirits that attack mankind. Right? Right? Okay. These is all of the people we was just naming. Y'all know this is right after the flood. This is the story of Noah's lineage. Who remembers me that said Naaman was messing with giants? Who remembers we read that? That she not only messed with giants, she slept with angels too. And then all of her grandkids, this after the flood. This is after the flood. And we know for a fact that these people were giants. So did her connecting with those men change her DNA? Because if it was only 8 people, where did the giants come from? And we know that these people are giants. Noah had a special ability. I was reading it last night. Right there. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay? If you got this book, it's on page 91. Okay? If you got this book. But right there, okay, it says, Lamech, Noah's father, suspects that his newborn son may in fact not be his own, but rather the product of an illicit union between his wife, Bitanosh, and one of the watchers. Then I decided that the conception was at the hands of the watchers, that the seed had been planted by the holy ones or the Nephilim. I was in turmoil because of this infant. Then I, Lamech, hurriedly went into my wife Bitanosh and said to her, I adjure you by the Most High, by the Lord God, the Great One, by the King of eternity, have you conceived by one of the sons of heaven? Tell me every detail. That's probably why Noah was sick about it. He like, my daddy said, y'all be messing with the angels. And then look, I ended up getting one. And y'all might really be messing. Mama said y'all all be messing with the... So Lamech thought his wife cheated on him with an angel, but y'all, boy, they was pressed about them angels of God, wasn't they? It said they was look like the animals of the field, is what it said. So maybe that's why they was worried about it. Ooh. So everybody was pressed about their wives messing with the angels back in the day. So it wasn't hoochie daddies, it was angel daddies. What no hoochie daddy movie is? An angel daddy. Drunken Noah. So maybe Lamech was drunk too. Who knows? Okay, it's there right here. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, so it said, tell me every detail. Truthfully, in truth, make it known to me without lies. Did you hump on that boy? Tell me. Just because there's something wrong with this boy. His eyes is glowing. He done lit up the whole house. Girl, look, just tell me why before I go out here. Because I'm going to be embarrassed. Tell me if he... Maury. I'm going to go to Enoch. Enoch was Maury back in the day. Like, is this his baby or not? Enoch be like, and the test results are, yes, you are the daddy. And no, she didn't cheat on you with the angel Baraquiel. For real. Y'all was worried about the angels. He said, tell me the truth by the King of eternity. You are to speak to me and utter truth. He probably was shaking her without lies. You tell me if you slept with an angel. Bitanosh allays Lamech's suspicion by recalling the time when Noah would have been conceived. Then Bitanosh, my wife, replied to me very passionately, baby, come here. She said, oh, my brother, my Lord, remembering the voluptuousness in the heat of love making at my ardent response. Baby, I don't know why y'all don't want, that just made my toes wiggle. She said, honey, I remember me very, wait a minute, honey. She said the voluptuousness of in the heat of love making. I know when my son was made. That's what she said. Right there. Look at that. Y'all thought I was lying, didn't y'all? Right there. Voluptuousness in the heat of love making and my art and response. You see it? Y'all don't be wanting to read it. I said, y'all be. She said, come here, baby. Come here. You don't remember that night I put it on you and we was... You don't remember, babe? I know exactly when he was made. How you know? Boy, please. You remember that night. Do not get in here and get the acting funny. You couldn't even get up. Anyway, she said... Boy, please. You know, that's why you're still here. You ain't left yet. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be in here begging me. You'd have packed your stuff up and left as soon as you seen him be born. Boy, you know what it is. You know. Anyway, it says, you, the whole truth. And my mind was then changed. And now, when my wife bit to know, saw that my disposition had changed, then she restrained her anger, speaking with me, saying, oh, my Lord, my brother, remember my pleasure. I swear to you by the great Holy One, by the King of heaven, that this seed comes from you. Conception was by you. The planting of this fruit is yours. It is not by any stranger, neither by any of the watchers, nor yet by any of the sons of heaven. Why has your expression been so altered, your mood so depressed? Surely I'm speaking to you truthfully. Who knew that any of these conversations happened? Did you know? She said the baby and the planting of this fruit is yours, honey. That's a whole song. And y'all, this is juicy. All right. So look, right here. Right? Yeah, they was denying kids and chicks was going and getting BBLs and on birth control to make sure that they never looked like they had a baby. Go read it in Jasher. That ain't new either. Okay, so there's that. It said, still confused by the baby's glorious appearance, Lamech travels to consult with Methuselah, his father, and asking him to inquire of Enoch, his grandfather. Enoch thought to understand many hidden matters. Was thought to, okay. So he says, thereupon I, Lamech, ran to Methuselah, my father, and told him everything so that he would go back and ask Enoch, or go ask Enoch, his father, and come to understand the whole matter with certainty. For he, Enoch, is beloved and a friend of God with the holy ones. Has he... I can't read backwards. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. Okay, so thereupon I, Lamech, ran to Methuselah, my father, and told him everything, so that he would go and ask Enoch, his father, my grandfather, basically, and come to understand the whole matter with certainty. For Enoch is beloved and a friend of God with the holy ones. He has his lot been cast. Then they reveal everything to him. When Methuselah heard of these matters, he set out for his father Enoch in order to learn from him the truth of the whole affair, and God's will. So it says, then he went the length of the land of Parvium, and he found Enoch, his father, with the holy ones. And he said to Enoch, his father, oh my Lord, I have come to you. Hear what I have to say. Do not be angry with me that I have come here. And so it's just I'm going to read Enoch's reply. He said, and to you, Methuselah, my son, this lad, behold, when I, Enoch, and not by the sons of heaven. He was basically saying he's not from the sons of heaven, but Lamech, he is your son. And he did not resemble somebody. Lamech, your son, fears his appearance, something. And now I say to you, my son, and reveal to you, go and say to your son Lamech, and they put him in the earth, and every deed, the sons of heaven, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of broke up. So basically it's just saying that he is his son, and that he's going to be, he needed that light because he was going to be on that boat in the darkness, and it was going to be the waves and the darkness and all of that. So he was born with Cyclops vision. Like on X-Men. So look. So there's that. And I'm about to run to the bathroom real quick. And then, and so like all of these books are about knowing them. Because Noah, Moses, all of them, they was here. And when you start looking at, okay. So who remembers when we read the story about in Ezekiel, I think it's 16, about the ring in the nose, and it was saying, you know, you was a harlot, and when nobody wants you, and when none of the other clans wanted you, I picked you up, right? Y'all, I think that the people in Israel were giants too, because if we go back and read that scripture, it says that your daddy was an Amorite, and no, it says you were born in Canaan, and your daddy was an Amorite, and your mother was a Hittite. Well, we know that the Hittites and the Amorites was giants, and that is the family that God took Israel out of. Well, think about it. It probably was all of the clans of giants, because Samson, y'all do realize that the columns, no, not that scripture. Not that one. I don't think that's it. I know the one you're talking about too. But like the columns in Egypt, those is the columns he busts. Right? Y'all realize that it wasn't the little columns at our church. And even if it was, no 5-foot man has enough reach to push those out to kill 3,000 people. And we know where he was. He was over there in Persia and Egypt and places like that. And y'all see all them columns at them places? They ain't no this close together. Could no regular man have the arm strength or reach to push that? No. 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 It couldn't happen. It could not happen. Your arms just magically stretched all the way out? Mm-mm. But if you the size of those statues over there, and you are standing, and you say, brace me against the, and you push it, yeah, you could kill 3,000 people like that. It says he was a mighty. Samson could throw a bear, and he could throw a lion like a rock. Are y'all getting this? He could throw a lion and a bear like a rock, just like Hercules, a full-grown bear and lion. You just pick up a full-grown bear, and you ain't picking it up like this. You're picking it up like a ball and throwing it. You know who else could do that? Some of Joseph's brothers. It said they could pick up a lion and a bear and throw it 1,200 feet like a rock. But this makes sense. God took what the angels thought they was. Didn't I tell y'all everything that the devil mean for good, God take it around, turn it around, and use it for his good? So he said, y'all know I'm gonna make y'all gonna make all y'all giants, and then I'm gonna take the least of the giants. The ones that y'all don't want and the ones that y'all talk about, and I'm gonna make them mightier than all of y'all, and then I'm gonna have them work for me to fight against y'all. Mind blowing to me, because if you go to Ezekiel 16, it tells Israel, he said, I pulled you out. You was born in Canaan. Your daddy or your mama was an Amorite, and your daddy or your mama was a Hittite. Hittites and Amorites was giants. If he was born in Canaan, and we know that the Canaanite women, I gotta go to the bathroom. Is y'all getting it? Go read Ezekiel 16 and see right there when he's talking to Israel. Then we gonna come back and see who the Hittites and the Amorites is, or whatever. And we know who the Canaanites was. Like, OMG. So if y'all went and watched, if y'all went and watched that documentary, if y'all went and watched that documentary, um, who went and watched, the documentary of the 25 messianic symbols on Tubi? If you watched that, put your hand up for me. Did y'all go watch that? Okay, do you remember when they was standing next to that big old brick and they said they still can't move them now? Now we know why the walls in Jerusalem, when they got attacked, they said these have been here since when Jesus was walking. From when the walls of Jerusalem, them big old bricks of that wall is just as big as the bricks that was building the that they can't move on the pyramids. And on the monolithic structures, they're the same size. No, there is nothing that a human person has that could blow up that rock or knock it down. But another giant could do so. Now y'all understand why it was a huge and powerful thing that the walls of Jericho came down, because some of the angels were 450 feet. Some of them was 70 feet. Some of them was, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't all the same size. It depended on the angel and what type of angel. So let's do this. All of this got me thinking. So this is what I was reading last night. Y'all, this is so powerful to me. I'm telling you. So this is the Lost Book of King Og. Please go Google where King Og is. Og of Bashan. I know we did already, but I'm going to tell y'all where it is actually. It's in him. Go to Numbers 21 and 34 and Deuteronomy 3 and 11. Go to Numbers 21 and 34 first. Your heart is racing from excitement. Good job. That's what we do here. We make people's toes wiggle. They like it a little bit. It's 25 messianic prophecies on Tubi. Well, first they hunched on the angels. They didn't hunch on the giants first, because in order to make the giants, the regular woman had to sleep with an angels, and angels can, Numbers 21 and 34. Numbers 21 and 34, y'all, real quick. My toes are wiggling. All right, Ronnie. Okay, so it says, and the Lord said to Moses, unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people and his land thou shalt do to him, and thou shalt do to him as thou didst to the king Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon. So we know that Sihon or Sidon, or Sargon, Sidon, Sihon, Sargon, okay? So now I'm thinking, Abraham a giant? Because Abraham was in Ur a lot. And we know that the giants lived in Ur. All the places where the giants was, no one of them was just going through there. Remember? Abraham, Moses, they was all in Ur. All of these places. Now y'all thought when they said they was one of them places, now y'all want to go read about where they was going, because you know what it mean. Before you just skip over like, this stupid. I don't even care about these names. It's dumb. No, it ain't. Okay? So look, if you go to Deuteronomy 3 and 11. Y'all go to Deuteronomy 3 and 11. Okay? Look what it say. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. Behold, his bedstead and his bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits was the breadth thereof. After the cubit, it was like 13 feet or something like that. But get this. Y'all remember Latoya Ammon from the Gary story with the crazy house? What if the fallen angel spirits feel like they are able to torment her children because they have that name? And we know that Ammon was a race of, the Ammonites was a race of giants. And her kids was able to walk up the wall backwards in front of the police and doctors and nurses and everything, and then flip back over. That's her last name. Her name is Latoya Ammon, or Ammon. And Netflix is making a whole documentary movie thing about her right now. It's called The Devil's House or something. Right now. You can go look it up. Gary, Indiana. In front of her kids. Because they was about to come take her kids because her kids kept having bruises and stuff. And she was like, y'all don't believe me? Come in here and watch. And in front of the police and like a psychotherapist or something, the baby looked at them, walked up the wall backwards, and flipped down all the way up to the ceiling and flipped down, baby. Them folks ran up out of there in front of the firemen and all of that. They seen it. In real life. You can go watch it on YouTube. Real life. Okay? I don't know. So there's that, right? So now I'm going to go back to this, what I was reading yesterday. Y'all want to hear it? You live in Gary? So you already know about it. Then you seen it. It was on the news and everything because I was living in Indy when I saw it on the news. It was like 2015. Okay, y'all. So we're going to get moving. Come on. Okay. So look. This is the word. Sorry, y'all. These is the words of King Og of Bashan. Did y'all go get it? Nobody didn't go get the scripture. Did y'all go get it? Numbers. Y'all seen King of Bashan, so we know where he lived at, right? Okay. So it says, this is King, he talking now. He said, in the time before the unspoken mistake when Og's land heralded Nimrod's accomplishments, Nimrod was called the Great Hunter and a killer of large giants and things. Not just giants. Remember I told y'all it was monsters in the land. We read that in Enoch. Look. He didn't only kill this was, y'all see, I do not be playing. Okay? So, he killed giants and things. Now, in our Bible, it says Nimrod was a mighty hunter for the Lord. And we know that Nimrod was a giant. And he made all his giants get circumcised. And the other giants hated him for that. Who's ever heard of the 100,000 war? 100,000 giant war. Google 100,000 giant war. Monsters, Annie. Google 100,000 giant war and tell me what comes up. Tell me what comes up, family. What come up, y'all? About King Og. The Book of the Giants. King Og. OG, Og and Israel war. Og and Israel war. And we just read that Israel was born in Canaan. The mama was an Amorite and the daddy was a Hittite, or the daddy was a Hittite and the mama was an Amorite. And we know both of them was races of giants. And we know that Nimrod was a mighty hunter and a mighty warrior. It says that in the Bible. Okay. It says, while on the battlefield, Nimrod did sustain a loin injury where he engaged the one-eyed Rephaim named Arg. Arg. Where do we hear that all the time? Who says that? Arg. Who? Who says that? A Cyclops. Pirates. Did y'all know that was the name of a Cyclops? ARGE. In warfare, right there. Oh, did I say pirates? Okay, sorry, I told y'all already. Who says it? Sorry. Okay. So every time we hear them say that, we used to crack up and say it. Don't even know we mentioning the name of a giant, a Cyclops. And the eye patch. Coach P, the eye patch. Pirates always had an eye patch, one eye. One-eyed bandits. Y'all, don't y'all just love it here? See what happens when we all think together? Arr. Didn't even know why we were saying that. Told y'all we just be saying stuff. Cyclops. They were Cyclopses. Okay. So it says it says, while on the battlefield, Nimrod did sustain a loin injury when he engaged the one-eyed Rephaim named Arg in warfare. That very same one-eyed Arg who fought alongside Og in the 100,000 giant war. So Arg, the Cyclops, fought alongside the king of Bashan against Israel. And we can go and look. Okay, y'all go look at the pictures of the walls in Jerusalem right now and tell me how big the people look. Look at the Wailing Wall. Just go look up the Wailing Wall. Go look at the stones in the Wailing Wall. I'm going to give y'all a minute. Go look up this. Even if you already seen it, let's just go back down. Now that we know that the Israelis could actually have been giants, maybe some of them. Because I'm going to read something else to y'all. We ain't done yet. I'm about to blow y'all head back. I'm telling you, just give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I need to find this book real quick. While y'all doing that, I'm going to look up something. I just got to remember which book it's in. Lord, please take me to it quickly. Well, he did too. Do you see I asked and he took me right to it? My daddy is the truth. Y'all see how big the people look compared to the stones? Everybody see it? Y'all see how big the people are when they at the Wailing Wall and how big one stone is? Everybody see that, right? Y'all think normal sized people put those there? Normal sized people put those there, right? That's what they tell us. That's what they said. Tell me what you see in this. Why is her full-grown head up to his knees? These are the mothers of the giants and the wives of the giants right here. Right in y'all face. This is a human woman. And she only goes up to his knees. And she got locked, y'all. These are the mothers of the Giants family. And they've been telling y'all without telling y'all for a long time. She on his feet. So, go to Numbers 13 and 33 real quick. Can y'all copy and paste Numbers 13? I told y'all the Canaanite women end up being the mothers of the Egyptians, the Persians, the Akkadians, and so forth. Boom. Yes, they were black. I need for y'all, not just write numbers, and I need y'all to copy and paste it for me and tell me what it say. Please. Itchy. My skin is breaking. How are they procreating? Because they slept with angels. Angels can change their sizes. Their children were giants. And they didn't only have boys. They had girls and boys. So the giants made it with the other giants when they got big. Can somebody please post what Numbers 13 and 33 says, please? Thank you, Patsy. We saw the Nephilim. They're the descendants of Anak, come from the Nephilim. And what did they say they saw when they was there? And there were giants, the sons of Anak. When we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, we seemed like grasshoppers to them. We seem like grasshoppers to them. Like grasshoppers, because those are his knees. And that's his Egyptian skirt. We know that that's the skirt of a pharaoh right there. That's the skirt of a pharaoh. So when Numbers 13 and 33 say when we went over there, we look like grasshopper to them, this is what they was talking about. And this is, it says a princess, perhaps Ben Anta, standing between the feet of a colossal statue of her father, Ramses II. This is Ramses II. To the right, a princess right there. See it? A princess, perhaps bent Atta, standing between the feet of her colossal statue of her father, Ramses, with added cartouches or whatever. Ramses the father, the high priestess of Amun, the great temple of Amun. The bird people. Right in line with the regular people. So you mean to tell me he just all of a sudden had no. These is the animal beings that is talked about in Enoch when it says they went into the reptile. So when you see the alligator head, human body, that proves that Enoch 7 is real. When it says they started going into the animals and mating with them, they did not. And then in our other book, the book of the giants, it says that they mated with animals and created minotaurs and stuff too. And they show you in every book, it's an animal zoology, cryptology type thing. In every race of people, they got these supernatural beings that had power, that was half humanoid like beings, half animal, half this or that. And that's what Enoch said happened. And if their daddies was angels, then yeah, they gonna have magic powers, because we know that they not only taught magic to the women, but if you're making a being yourself, paying the half goat thing always got magic. Mermaids got magic. They say if you catch a giant and do this, it's magic. Unicorns are magic. So they taught their other kids magic too. They're husbandry kids. Animal husbandry kids. So with that, it says, when Nimrod wounded Arg's neck with the driver and chaser, Arg's unconscious body fell to the ground with his outstretched hand still grasping his sword, the blade. He sliced upward at Nimrod's loins, cutting open his foreskin. And the skin of Nimrod's wounded member hung, and as a testimony to all, he then escaped the field of battle, and Arg's giant army soon heard of the wounds and knew to search the loins of the dead. Nephilim, search the loins of the dead Nephilim on the field of battle for the circumcision of Nimrod. So they was looking for Nimrod because they thought they had killed him, but they split his goods up. Savage Trump. On the battle. Woo! All right. So then it says, Nimrod knew his own vulnerability. He then returned to his army and reclined in his tent. He took the flint of a mountaintop. He took the top of a mountain and finished his own circumcision. The top of the mountain. You mean like them big old trees we be seeing cut? He took the top of a mountain, y'all. Woo! Well, they 450 feet tall, though. If you 450 feet tall, Neymar, girl, what was you on? What was you on? Okay. It says Nimrod, telling y'all, Nimrod knew his own vulnerability, and then he returned to his army, blah, blah. Okay. So it says he took a flint of the mountaintop and finished his own circumcision and bound his loins in sackcloth. Nimrod then had the braids of his head shorn. He shaved his beard and his eyebrows and anointed his head with oil. And his cup was then filled with wine. It said his braids. Nimrod then had his braids shaved off. And every time we look in them books, I told y'all, I said them was braids or locks. Cornrows. Shaved your head. Okay. It says Nimrod then had the braids. Okay. He reclined and considered. After a short spell, he arose and sacrificed many of the smaller selves. Who are the smaller selves? Could these people be the smaller selves? Could these people be the smaller selves? So look what it said he did. And remember, God said the giants was sacrificing God's kids to the gods. Right? He said, you throw your kids in a fire and sacrifice to Molech and all of these. Molech was these people's kids, the angels' kids. Okay? So look, in a spell he arose and sacrificed many of the smaller selves and beseeched Mot for a delay in battle. Nimrod then took the mountain flint and circumcised 1,000 Nephilim of his army. Those that refused were cut down by the axe and the driver, and the Nephilim and their Nephilim bodies were tied to trees for the beast, as tradition states. Mot caused a bowel sickness to afflict Arg's army, and Nimrod's army rested and healed for 5 days while Arg's army recovered. Who knew? Ain't that crazy? And this is Agabashan from the Bible. Let's go. And Nimrod said, with the flint of the mountaintop, heaps upon heaps, I have circumcised 1,000 men. And is not the valley where Nimrod circumcised the Nephilim still called the valley of the first foreskins? Y'all go look up the valley of the first foreskins. Never heard of it. The valley of the first foreskin. And we know where the valley of the giants in the Rephaim. We looked it up. Go look up the valley of the Rephaim, Lord. Y'all go look up the valley of the Rephaim and then also look up the valley of the first foreskins. I never even heard of that till today. Y'all find it? It talks about the Philistines. What's the name of the 2 books I'm reading from, please? I already put them up. You can go back and watch it later. One of them is this. But I'm not going to keep picking them books up. I'm sorry. And I've probably said it like 10 times already. Ezekiel 37:14. And I'm not being mean, Miss Angel. But I just done said it 1,000 times and lifted it up 1,000 times. I don't want to right now. Gilgal and Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. Where was Jesus killed at? Oh, that was Golgotha. What y'all think, family? Good night. Mind blowing. Gibeah, Harloth, Gilgal. Mind blown. So somewhere over there is 1,000 foreskins of giants. And y'all wonder why they be digging over there. From Egypt, in the form of an image of circumcision, an adult carved into the tomb of Anakma. Or Ankma. The hill of foreskins? The hill. Thank you, y'all. I'm about to write it down. The hill of foreskins. Honey. Still don't want to study outside the 66, huh? I'm good. I told y'all the Bible juicy. Y'all don't believe it. The Bible is so juicy. Okay, so let's keep going and then I'm going to get off. So it says, on the 6th day, Nimrod and his army then went to war with no lower garments or loin coverings. So they went balls to the wall. This is where it comes from. They went balls to the wall, y'all. They went back into war with their meat out. Saying y'all didn't do nothing. Oh, I wish I could have been there to see that war. It was like lingerie football, but with giants. Oh, God. I would be like this. I am not looking. I am not looking at nothing. Yes, that's horrible that they fighting. I think it is absolutely horrible that they are doing that. My goodness. We shall keep reading. My toes is under the like. Just the sight of that. Everything swinging. You said it. Ooh. Okay, moving on. It said on the 6th day, Nimrod and his army then went to war. No lower garments or loin coverings. The armies of Ar did not know which Nephilim was Nimrod in battle. Dang, that was smart. That was smart. He circumcised all of his men so that way they wouldn't know who he was. Because remember it said they was looking for him on the battlefield. So he circumcised all 1,000 of his people so they wouldn't know exactly which one he is. Magic foreskins. That's smart. So they went just meat everywhere. I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to have been there. A part of that. A spectator. I would have been one of the Yep. Where my thing at? Yes, we have Ox Team and yeah, oh yeah, Jim. Or do you see it? Yeah, one of them is dragging the floor. Or did you oh wow, he knocked him out. He swung all the way from the back and he knocked him out. Yeah, that was a movie you've never seen before. We've never seen that one before. Listen. Oh, God. Yeah, I should have been at that war, Lord. I think I was born at the wrong time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I love reading these books. See, y'all don't be wanting none. I be wanting all of it. Ooh. No, Jim, I have not seen anything from the No. Get back to the story, girl. I told y'all I read the Bible in my mind. Because how do you preach that over the pulpit? Now you tell me Nimrod was a mighty warrior. Y'all didn't tell me he went to battle with his schlong out. Y'all didn't say that? Why that wasn't right after he was a mighty hunter for the Lord? Nobody told me. It was 1,000 of them. I'm just saying. It don't say that in the Bible. But that's what happened. Somebody said, listen. You can't. He was a mighty hunter, the warrior in the Bible. And right here it's talking about the main war. And y'all see it's a whole real hill. And it's a real place. So this really happened. And I'm sad that I wasn't there. I am very upset. I say all the time, I'm happy I wasn't born in the Bible days. No, this is one instance I wish I would have been born in the Bible days. Because I should have been at this 100,000 giant war now. God, I think you need to let me time travel back to the loop so that I can come back here and tell them what I saw. I want to tell y'all in detail the whole battle, play by play. Oh, you sure said it. It was 2 sword fights going on. Oh my God. As above, so below. Jesus. Oh, my Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this might be too much for the church people, but y'all read R. Kelly songs when y'all read the Songs of Solomon in the pulpit. Y'all be reading whole R. Kelly songs, so don't come for me. Yes, it was a sausage party. Y'all be reading whole R. Kelly songs in the pulpit, talking about mounds and moist and tunnels and stuff. So don't come for me. Y'all went and read it, didn't you? That's a whole R. Kelly song when Solomon was talking about all the, and David and them. They was writing them songs. Them was R. Kelly songs. Hidden below the belt, I got a different meaning. Oh, Jesus, listen, the 100,000. Okay. So look, that was smart though. It says on the 6th day, Nimrod and his army then went to war with no lower garments or loin coverings. The armies of Og did not know which Nephilim was Nimrod in battle. One-eyed Og's army gazed upon the compromised members of Nimrod's army and were befuddled and dumbfounded by them. Why did these niggas come in here with they out? What y'all got going on? It say R them was looking at him like, this nigga that came with the... Bro, you see, they got the... It says they was running with the... in their hand. One sword in one hand and the other one in the other one. Like, wait. Right there. It say befuddled and dumbfounded. Befuddled and dumbfounded. It was some crazy stuff going on in the Bible days. Jennifer, you can't breathe. I'm just saying. Listen. Okay. It's right here. And running full speed. Lord, why you didn't let me be there for that? Anyway. It says, and they were befuddled and dumbfounded by them. Nimrod's giants then attacked with clubs. I wonder what kind of clubs they was using. Oh. Nimrod's giants then attacked with clubs and fists and both. Y'all, Have we been looking at petrified trees that had an amazing clean cut on them that we thought were mountains for a long time, and we are finding out now that they were giant trees, and we can't figure out how they cut them, and we've been thinking they mountains the whole time. It says Nimrod's giants then attack with clubs, driver and chaser, boulders, and trees. And slew them all but the one-eyed Arg and his bodyguards who escaped into the forest and the mountains. When Nimrod became ruler of his portion of the great land, then he demanded circumcision throughout all of his Nephilim kingdom. I circumcised no males in my land. The Rephaim kept their members intact. And after Nimrod's mandated circumcision, the 7-year famine began. Y'all know I ain't read it. It's right here. We was just talking about the 7-year famine yesterday. And I did a whole video. And I just asked, you see, y'all don't know that this morning I asked God a question. I said, well, God, who was alive when the famine was happening? Where was the giants at? From Joseph. Ooh-wee. After Nimrod's mandated circumcision, the 7-year famine began. I asked God this question this morning, y'all, and I had not read it. Y'all see, I just went through. I had not read it. I just highlighted that. And he literally, now y'all see why I said I asked him all kind of questions, and he always answered them. Who remembers me saying when I was telling y'all the first time about Jack and the Beanstalk? And I said, I wonder if the giants were a part of why the famine happened, because in Jack and the Beanstalk, on the lower cells of the little cells didn't have no food. But when he got that beanstalk and he went up to where they was, we know from this book that my computer is sitting on that they had plenty of food. Look at the giants. Real quick though, look what that say. Marks on land. We call it sign speaking, the giants' clever method of communicating with one another by carving or painting a special mark called glyphs onto rocks. Some glyphs messages from long ago may still be seen high up on cliffs and stone walls. Many are very old. We think, of course, giants of different lands have different style types of stones and glyphs. Oh. Oh. You mean they had clubs like this? Maybe this is the kind of clubs that Nimrod and them was running with. And it said the other day that they hide looking like trees. Mountains that look like giants. Don't we be looking at these right now? We be looking at these. There go your mud fossils right there. That's your mud fossils right there. That's a whole pig in that pot. That's a whole cow up there. Those is 2 whole antelopes or deers in these things. That's a whole cow. Them ain't babies. That's a whole pig. A whole sow in a pot. Little old woman in a shoe. Did you ever ask yourself, how the hell could she live in somebody's shoe? Well, if it was a giant shoe, she could. There once was in, she lived in a shoe. She had all them, and John gave her a shoe to live in. No, these guys. It's gonna be deers. It's gonna be whatever I wanted to say here. Mises and mooses, because it's my platform, and if I want to call it that, I will. We ain't politically correct over here, as you can see. We don't follow the rules. So with that, please don't try to correct me on my stuff. If you want to speak proper English, go to your page and do it. Thanks. Because if I want to say Mises for moose, I will. Right on here, because it's my platform. Tall tales of travelers. Account from the elves. Account from the mermaids of the giants. Greek accounts in general. The order's response. Oh. Mm. 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 Northwest American coast, Central America. These are all the races of giants. The ogres or argers. What if? Because most times they show ogres have like one eye. Like ogres a lot of time look like cyclops. So what if the args ended up being the ogres? Same 4 letters, right? Well, not same 4 letters, but org, or however you say that, right? The ogres, excuse me, ORGRES, and then args, because I told y'all they be flip-flopping the names. Ogres, args, also many giant. Okay, so it says this land is still rife with great folk and their cousins, the yellow cedar bark ogres. Also, many giant birds and other creatures still inhabit the deep forest. Not all the creatures take kindly to visitors, so local guides are. Now we know what the government be protecting on these islands. It says the Maya once worshipped numerous giants, surviving statuary around this region still attest to the greatness of those ancient lords of the earth. The giant Seven Macaw was once thought to be the very sun and moon. His sons, here goes some names, were responsible for earthquakes and the creation of the Pleiades. Great folk. Japan, or Spain, London, Scandinavia. Because it's hard for me to read. Backwards. Russia, Japan, Australia, India, and Sweden. This is why you got to get up. Where my book, family? Now, this is saying the Americas. Okay? But when I go back and look at that book I just had in my hand, I guess these people came from here to the Americas, because that's the same. Ancient Anatolia, the Hittite Empire. Oh, right there. Asia Minor, Neo-Assyrians, Persians, Romans. Boom. Look the same to me. Need more than one book. That's the issue. Can't just read one book. Celtic giants, Cornish giants, the Green Knight and Irish giant, Scottish giants, Welsh giants. Ooh. Ooh, look who we see? Look at that. Look at that. Bolar, Baylor, and his evil eye. And look at the people on the side of him, y'all. Look how big they are. Look. The Jolly Green Giant. It says, when King Arthur called for the wonders at the New Year's revel, it was the giant who turned up to provide one. Several evidences of the verdant-bodied green knight survive, such as these lines scrawled on a scrap of vellum affixed to the shield of Sir Gawain, one of Arthur's knights. Really? Well, guess what? It's a good thing we got the knights, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, because we could actually go read about that if we choose to. Isn't that crazy? How 12 knights came from Rome and asked truage for this land of Arthur. Really? Really? Sir Lancelot? That's in there. So, we gonna end there because it's late. But do y'all see why it's so important to have these books? Does this make y'all happy? It make me happy to read about this stuff. It make me happy to know that this is Ramses II with his daughter. That look like, and it proves what the Bible said, that the people, when they went over into Canaan, which end up being Egypt and stuff like that, the people look like grasshoppers to them. And that's what they show us in Egypt too. That exact scripture is real. Right there. Show is, ain't that crazy? How often do I go live? Every day. Pretty much every day. Y'all just seen something. Y'all know I just read this last night. Y'all just watched me get that book off the shelf. See this? See that? Right? Now I didn't get a chance to read something out of there to y'all. Y'all look. It's nothing to change that to an O. It's nothing to change this to an O. God, or Nimrod prayed to Mot or Mut for help, and it says that there was a curse put on the other people, that they got a stomach sickness. I gotta put a thing like this. I would have never even paid no. It would have been no reason for me to pay attention. Where is my things at? I done dropped them again. Y'all listen. This is why I can't help but read stuff, because this would be nuts. It just be absolutely crazy. I just be trying to tell y'all. Y'all see how this go? When you start reading, the answers just be there. They just be there. But you gotta look outside. What's going on? My OG, exactly. So, but I want to show y'all something else that I read yesterday. There it is. See, the smaller selves prophetess has prophesied the following applies to the land. The smaller selves prophetess. The smaller selves prophetess, like the Egyptian goddesses that are worshipped, because they are Gaia, and a lot of the angels worship them because they had their children and they gave them their beautiful giants, you mean? And they made the other people worship them. And they taught them all the magic so they could be the most powerful women on the planet. Right. And then, where is it? Oh, look it. Read this. It says, we weighed Baal. I don't want to read all of that, but you see? So, this smaller self prophetess lady, okay, the prophetess of Baal, told the giants, was telling Og, don't worry about it. Told them, do not get themselves circumcised when we know that God wants us, the men to be circumcised. Jesus himself was circumcised, right? He said, I do not, Baal don't honor circumcision. It is good for the Rephaim not to know the smaller selves. You will not cut your members for any of the other insect-sized gods that demand it. Okay. And then look. Now you see why God was mad that they was worshiping Baal, because it was the giants' god. And so when the humans started worshiping the giants' god, which was a fallen angel, I'm trying to find a part where they said that they like worship the smaller self women and they use them for something. Give me 1 second. Ah, look. Egyptian priestesses were held at high regard, right? And the Persian priestesses, they were held at high regard, right? Right? They were like, look. It says, the Rephaim priest of Baal decreed all lands were not to feast upon the smaller self females. Smaller self females became pure priestess and wives and concubines of Baal, or Baal, not to be known by any other member. The priestesses of Baal. It says, we taught the smaller selves not to kill or attack. We taught procreation, the value of smaller selves. Nimrod and Og both taught the smaller selves. The smaller selves. The smaller selves. Because those are his knees. And her head is right at his knees. And she's full grown. We know this. That's not a kid. He got on his Egyptian skirt. So, there's that, family. I'm going to go finish reading. I love y'all. Hopefully, y'all got something from this. Because Israel was born in Canaan. Her mama and her daddy was Canaanites and Amorites or Hittites or whatever. And we know that those were races of the giants. So, there's that. Now we know why the walls in Jerusalem is so big and can't nobody move them. Still. Same way they can't move the ones in Egypt and all of the other places where they be trying to move them monolithic stones and they can't find nothing to move them. Are you new? You have to be new because everybody knows that I pray before I come on my lives. I pray. Okay, y'all. I'm about to go. Why does that matter? What does it matter if I pray before I come on my live? What does it matter? If I prayed earlier today, why does it matter? Because one, I'm not talking about that. But two, why does it matter? Oh. Okay. But if you're not new, then you didn't hear me say it. Because people say, pray for me. And I say every day, I do. Okay? And I ain't being mean. But if you've been here, then you know I say I pray for everybody, all of y'all, every day. And so when I ain't trying to be mean to you, but I don't like saying the same thing over. And you might not have been here for that. But just know, I pray for everybody every day on here. And yes, I pray before I come on here. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Bye, family. I love y'all.